Hello, hello, hello. Look at John's frozen. He's so excited. He probably just had one too many margaritas today for Cinco de Mayo. It is Cinco de Mayo. It's horror movie Monday on a Cinco de Mayo. How about them apples? How do you like them apples? Hello, John Ward. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Hello, everybody out there in internet land.
Yeah, doing well. I did not actually partake in Cinco de Mayo. My wife made a phenomenal Italian dinner tonight, and it was very delicious. I ate it all up. It filled up my belly, and it has me ready to go here to talk horror movies.
Nice.
So, did you have tacos or anything Cinco de Mayo-ish for dinner?
No, I had a very small lunch, which was just some pasta, and then when we're done with here, I'll probably cook up a pizza. That way I can cut it up for the next couple days.
So the both of us are going Cinco
Italian.
de Italiano. Yeah. So there you go. But Cinco de Mambo Italiano. There we go. But it is Horror Movie Monday. We got a lot to talk about. There's a fun movie. Looks like a fun movie coming out this week. And we watched a lot of movies, some interesting stuff. So are you ready to do this, John? Shall we get into Horror Movie Monday?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Most of all, fuck you!
In the shadows where nightmares crawl, OGB and John Ward, they rule us all. Darkened halls, echoes, whispers of fear, monsters and vampires, the end is near.
I gotta get this song over like an intro or something.
Silence
maybe swap out the intro music. I like our intro music though. But here we go. Here we go. We gotta hear this. We gotta hear it.
Movie Monday, come join the show. In the land of the dead, only darkness will grow.
All right, shut up, music. So happy Cinco de Mayo to you and everything.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Oh yeah. Man. I watched a Cinco de Mayo movie in honor of Cinco de Mayo, and it hurt a little bit. And it's funny because apparently John knows or interviewed the director filmmakers, and they've done a couple other movies. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of this, there's still a couple other movies that they've done that I'm kind of curious to see. So Cinco de Mayo, I am trying to collect holiday horror movies, and maybe one day we'll do a holiday horror movie roundup, or we'll just kind of go over them like this on the appropriate holiday. But I'm not a fan of this movie. It was pretty terrible. I posted about it on Instagram saying I felt like they didn't have a plan. They just kind of went out with the camera and winged it, and I just wasn't too fond of this. Now, John, have you seen this or any other Cinco de Mayo horror movies?
I have seen that. I own that version, that Blu-ray, and I own the very original one that they brought out through, I think it's public, but through crowdfunding. And then I bought one that was all autographed by a whole bunch of people, like the cast and crew. I watched it, but it was a couple years ago. I remember liking it. So I contacted the filmmakers and said, hey, would you like to be interviewed for, one filmmaker, one film? And they said, sure. And we didn't do that movie, but we did discuss it. we did another film called Slasherette Party. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and so that's what I interviewed them on. But we did discuss that. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Well, and then so that interview is still up on your channel, right? So
Yes.
anybody watching could go see that. And so now that's tough for me to say. Slasherette Party. Was Drew Marvick in that one or just Murder Size?
He might be in that one. I think Ginger Lynn Allen is in it too.
Sounds right.
It's
right.
It's been a while.
So, well, anyways, we got so much to talk about. If you want to dig that information up, cool. If not, we're good. But Cinco de Mayo. So they have a couple other movies, and you know what? And as much as I'm not a fan of this, good for them. They got it on Blu-ray, which I don't really know that they needed it on Blu-ray, but I mean, hey, it's on Blu-ray and it's part of my collection, so that's very cool. So happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Man, this week. Oh, everybody, if you would do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. Bam, if you would. Really helps out the channel a lot. We have a movie that I've been looking forward to for quite a while now coming up this week. And that is, if I can find it, I had to shift around here. Boom, 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 boom. Clown in a Cornfield. Yeah, let me know if you find that information, if you're digging there, John.
Yes, but Drew Marvick is in it, and Ginger Lynn Allen are in it too. You've Drew. You've worked with Drew, and then I recently, and of course I know Drew, and I just recently met Ginger Lynn Allen. So
nice.
Yeah,
very cool. Oh yeah, so Ginger Lynn, she was in one of Tom Devlin's movies. That's where you met her, right?
Yes, at a premiere. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Very nice person.
Sweet. So Clown in a Cornfield. I'm saying the trailer for this looks pretty wild. It looks like it's shot very well. It has Kevin Durand, who was in Abigail. He's like the real big dude in Abigail. And he's been in like several other things. And then Will Sasso is in it. So those are the two names that I kind of recognized. Will Sasso's been a ton of comedy stuff. It's available. Well, Clown in a Cornfield, it's made by Shudder, and I think it's going to be in theaters this week. That's what everything is alluding to. And then it'll probably wind up on Shudder down the road. I am excited for it. John, have you seen this trailer for Clown in a Cornfield?
Maybe.
Okay.
It confuses me with, what is it? Woman in the Yard, Clown in the Cornfield.
Oh, well, this is nothing like that. This is wild. Somebody threw a lot of money, and I don't know what their budget was, but somebody threw a lot of money at a clown, a killer clown is what it is. And it looks great. I am envious. It makes me that less excited about releasing a clown movie that I know still needs to be released because of how well this looks. So I'm very excited for it. I will be seeing that in theater, in the theater. However, I will not be doing that Thursday because tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., I'm flapping my wings and flying off to Chicago. I'm going to go get a hot dog in Chicago and probably have some deep dish pie over there. My son is graduating Navy boot camp this week. So I will be at his graduation on Thursday. So,
then last night you watched Top Gun Maverick. Navy.
Correct. Yes. Very correct. Yes. So it's funny because after my daughter graduated boot camp while we were in Chicago, we all sat down and watched Top Gun Maverick together at our friend's house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very cool. Love Top Gun Maverick. And those are both absolutely great movies. So anyways, Clown in a Cornfield. I'm very excited for it. Look at the there's a clown with a crossbow. That's epic. So it looks like it is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Other news right now, and I will say hello to everybody here in just a moment. I'm not ignoring you. Just want to get through a couple newsworthy items, I feel. Dexter Resurrection got a 2-episode premiere date on July 11th. So set your calendars, July 11th. Dexter is back in Dexter Resurrection. I cannot wait for that. And then also, there's another new trailer out for a movie called Hell Motel that comes out on June 17th. That looks pretty fun as well. So I recommend everybody go check out the trailer for Hell Motel on that. And so also coming up, May is a big month for movies. We're right at the beginning. So we have Clown in a Cornfield. Then we'll have Hurry Up Tomorrow with Jenna Ortega on the 16th. We'll have Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, which I know somebody right over here is very much looking forward to. I am as well. Looks great. And then on the and that's on the 23rd. And then on the 29th, Karate Kid Legends with Ralph Macchiato and Jackie Chan.
Is he a coffee?
He's a coffee, yeah. He's kind of got that coffee color skin. But I was teasing what movie won because I have an autographed picture with Ralph Macchiato and the two other main guys from the original Karate Kid movie. And obviously not Mr. Miyagi, but the other two. And I can never remember their names. So I knew I will always remember Ralph Macchio, but so I kept screwing it up on purpose to tease the wet one. So anyways, let's say hello to everybody and then we'll dive in. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Gale, hello. Oh, so this must be Gale's wife. She says, hello, my husband wanted me to tell you, sorry, can't make live tonight. He's in the hospital running tests. Won't be home until Wednesday. Please can get some prayers. It will be.
Oh, I hope everything's
great.
okay.
Yeah. Gosh, yes. No, we all love Gale.
Sending good thoughts. Lots of good thoughts.
Yes. Antonis, what's going on, Antonis?
Hey.
And Musashi. What's up, Musashi?
Hey.
Prayers and good vibes to Gale. There you go. Gotta love the community support for each other here. Antonis says hello to John as well.
Hello.
The Surfer. Oh, here you go. What's up, Deadpool Fanatic? The Surfer was a trippy movie. Happy Horror Movie Monday. OGP. Smash that like button, everybody, if you would. The Surfer with Nicolas Cage. That flew under the radar. I knew it was coming out, but I guess it's in theaters. I missed it because everybody was talking so much about that other movie that's out that I didn't go see and don't care about.
Thunderbolts?
Yes.
Thunderbolts. Is that right? Thunderbolts? Am I saying
Thunderbolts.
That right?
Yeah.
Thunderbolts, which I did see.
Oh, so we should talk about that. We'll let me just say hello to a couple more folks,
Sure.
But we do need to address Thunderbolts. Jeff, what's going on? House of G fam, what's up? Daniel, what's going on?
Hey,
Jonathan. Fluffy ready to start the ruckus.
Fluffy.
And John Ward's in the house. Oh yeah, look at this. The legend TikiGhoul. What's up, Tiki? How you doing? Man, it's so good to see Tiki. We love Tiki. It's been forever, but we ran into Tiki at some of the conventions here in Southern California before, and she's been a legend on the channel forever. So, nice. And What Movie Ones and she is a badass. Daniel says, what's up, OGP and John? I have a few movies ordered after your last week's stream. I got all 4 Expendables. Nice. Jason Bourne collection. Nice.
Very nice.
Blade trilogy. Very nice. Death Race collection. Man, you went crazy, Daniel. Sweet. Look what we did.
That's
look
awesome.
What we did.
That's awesome. They're all good stuff too.
We put a serious dent in his wallet.
Except for Expendables 4, you got all good stuff there.
Yeah. Expendables 4 is even,
but it's good to have them all
watching too. Yeah.
Gotta have them all though.
Yes. You guys are my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you, Daniel. We appreciate that.
Awesome.
And yes, hola Tiki, como está? I wish I knew how to say. Well, I guess I could say Feliz Cinco de Mayo. That's about as good as Espanol is going to get from me.
Como está, casa de Pepe?
Yeah. All right. Take you at your word there. Won't catch me in a cornfield in the middle of the night, right? It's a good setting for a horror movie. I've only ever seen the Karate Kid remake in 2010.
Oh no,
sir. Yeah.
No.
Oh man. Yeah. Antonus is a youngin. He's a youngin. Mr. Bones, what's up? Nick B. And so look at this. Antonis
Hey.
throwing us the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. You rock. I watched the first time horror movie last night called Damien, Omen 2, 1978. Have we seen it?
Yep.
John, I'll let you answer first.
I've seen every Omen movie. I own every Omen movie. It's one of my favorite franchises. The first three are awesome. My favorite one is Omen 3. And that's to me, that's the best one. And it's annoying me that I am forgetting his name.
Antonis.
Let's see.
Antonis?
No,
you're talking
there we
about
go.
the actor.
Sam Neill. There we go. It has
Neill.
Sam Neill in it, who is frigging awesome. So yeah, I think that's the same one that I have. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, this is a great box set. It's DVD, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with these movies on DVD. I don't know that I need them in 4K or anything, but I love the Omen franchise. I've seen all of the Omen franchise, and I recommend Antonis keep going with that franchise. Watch them all. You'll enjoy them. They're great.
Skip the first Omen though.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
that was crap.
I put it on my list, and I still call it the worst Omen, but it's part of the collection. It's part of the franchise, so I'm like on the fence whether I'm going to buy it.
I don't know, man. I heard you talking about Exorcist Believer. Ugh.
It's part of the franchise. I know. Well, this is coming from the guy who thinks Jeepers Creepers 4 is the best.
It's not the best. I just liked it. It's underrated. It's actually good.
That's funny. So paint what, John? Mr. Bones says. Paint what? What are we talking about? I missed something.
Paint?
I don't know. But anyways,
Mr. Bones, please elaborate.
Okay. I've spent many hours in cornfields, pitch black darkness, while deer hunting. Yes, you got to get out there dark and early. 0 dark 30. Get out there and get ready to go. You have no idea how creepy it is. You hear all kinds of I bet any little critter or rodent running around out there is going to scare the bejesus out of you. I went with bejesus right there. Up until last night, I'd only seen the Omen original, the Omen remake, and the first Omen. Okay, nice, Antonis. Yeah, you got to check out the whole franchise. Oh, he said something in Spanish, and I heard paint. I don't know. So
it's my poorly said Spanish. Con usted está casa de Pepe, which is basically said, where is the house of Pepe? So
yeah, and that's not even close to being accurate. Because where would be adonde
está. See, that's how bad it is.
Yeah, no, I took Espanol in school. And then I grew up in Southern California, which you did as well. So, but if you're not around Spanish speakers, what you do learn kind of goes away after a while. So,
I just know the Del Taco menu. If that's as close.
Yeah, there you go. That's really all you need to know, and you'll be fine.
Pepe Le Pew.
Dame un bun taco. That's all you got to know.
All I need to know is number 6, and then that way I can get the cheeseburger and.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Le number 6.
The good thing is, I feel like the people at Del Taco are probably as fluent in Spanish as the cast in this movie right here at Cinco de Mayo. This was, if I was Mexican, I'd probably be insulted if I watched this.
Ouch.
It was pretty terrible. Well, you have a gigantic Samoan guy who looks like the Fat Samurai guy with the fake terrible Spanish accent. It's so bad. It was so bad. So, but anyways, okay. So we there you go. Antonis is going to stick to English and Greek, his native tongue. So John and I have watched a ton of movies recently. And it seems to be, it's almost getting out of hand with how much stuff we've watched and how much we have to talk about. I'm up to, according to Letterboxd, well over 140 movies that I've seen so far this year.
That's crazy.
Do you know where you're at, John? You need to get with your Letterboxd.
I have absolutely no idea. I have an account on Letterboxd. I just never use it. So I probably should. But Yeah,
Even if you don't type in.
I mostly just went in there to see what people said about Axmus 1 and 2. Which is funny is Jonathan Moody went on there too, because he does have a movie. He has an anthology, Scary Slumber Party Stories, scary something like that. And his stuff got bad reviews while all my stuff got good reviews. So
Ouch. Greg, what's going on, Greg? How you doing?
Hey, Greg.
So anyways, yeah, let's do pickups first this week. Do you have any pickups this week?
Yes.
I have one. I'll start. So I'm so excited. And I wanted to show this last week, but it showed up the day after. It showed up on Tuesday. And I'm binging franchises right now. That's kind of what I'm doing. I binged The Conjuring. I just finished binging Insidious, Expendables, Mission Impossible, a lot of franchises I've been binging. Bruce Lee. So when I got done with the Conjuring franchise, I told myself, I now regret, because Bonnie Aarons was at a convention that I was at and I did not get her autograph. And now I'm like, I desperately want a picture, a copy of like the painting that Patrick, what's his name from The Conjuring, Insidious? Patrick Wilson. Thank you.
Okay.
So I think it's Patrick Wilson, right? Yeah. But in the movie, he's painting and he paints the nun because he had the vision of her. And then, his wife's like, oh my God, so I want that painting to hang on the wall. So like when it's really dark in the room, you just kind of see the outline of the nun. Well, it's kind of hard to get that painting, a good one, without ordering it from like China or something. So I skipped that for now. I did get this in an online auction. So I now have a Funko from I'm out of space. I have no more space for autographed Funkos, but I got a Bonnie Aarons signed Funko.
Very nice.
Wrote Valak on top. That's the name of the demon that she is there, and love that. I have a Funko that is not signed from the original, from the first Nun movie, but I'm collecting a Funko with an autograph from all my favorite horror franchises. So this crosses off The Conjuring. So there it is.
Very
nice.
That's that is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So very happy to get that. That is my lone pickup for the week. What fun have you got for us, John?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, first, I got this today.
Nice. Very nice. Nice. Great pickup right there. Nice.
Yep, this is an awesome film. And I got to tell you, I almost think I like the sequel better. I like how we got a little more into it with the kids, kind of like the special needs kids, that are on the spectrum doing all the work. That was pretty cool. I mean, I love learning more about the whole organization. So I'm hoping for a part 3. But this is great. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out.
Yes.
The Accountant.
The Accountant is phenomenal. I have loved that movie since it first came out. I saw it in theaters. I bought a copy. It's up on the shelf over there, but I absolutely love it. And you're not alone in thinking that that part 2 might be better. On Phat Samurai Guy's channel, they do the action film Autopsy with Rick Myers, who's legendary in the martial arts community. And Rick Myers, he said that he thinks part 2 is better than the first one. So they're both awesome movies.
They're both very good.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but I don't blame you. And that is a great pickup. That is awesome.
Yeah, that just came in today. I'm very happy about that. And then this, I watched this last night, The Strangers Chapter 1. If you remember when I showed this last week, it had the big yellow sticker.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
And I was able to get it off. So I did use Goo Gone. I just with little squirt, left it for a couple hours and then peeled right off. So I don't get it. I don't understand why they went in the direction that they did. You and I were going back and forth with stuff, and I'm glad that it was 91 minutes, but I kept hitting like the play button on it to see how much time was left, because 91 minutes kind of felt like 3 hours to me. And I just don't get that there's other things that they can do. And I mean, I'm glad that I only paid like $6 for this, and that was brand new with the slipcover. So
that's pretty good.
But it's like, why just remake the first movie? It doesn't make any sense. It's do something different. And I don't know. You know, I was mentioning to you, the chapter 1 could have been a prequel, and they have a totally different group. And by the time they hit chapter 3, it's these people. Yeah. So like a person gets killed every once in a while, one of the strangers, and then they add in this one, and then there's 2 different ones, and then another person gets killed, and they add in this one. You know, they could do something interesting. A town of, by day they're beautiful, lovely people, and then by night they're these people. You know, it doesn't make sense. But kind of like what we were saying, if it's part of the collection.
Yeah. So I don't have a complete Strangers collection, and that's one that I don't know. We'll have to see how the sequel to that, when it comes out, Strangers Chapter 2 there, or whatever they're going to call it. We'll have to see how that is if I decide that I need to purchase that movie, because I remember seeing it in the theater with my daughter. Now, my daughter and her friend that we were at the theater with, they had never seen any of the Strangers movies. So even they were like, the girl keeps doing dumb things or making dumb decisions. So it was tough, even for first time Strangers viewers. For me, I'm like, dumb decisions, and I've already seen this damn movie. So it was frustrating.
Yeah, I like the first one, and I like the second one even more. But I'm sorry, there's 3 strangers, and it's always 2 people. I mean, you could take them down. I mean, I don't know why it's so difficult if you have a knife in the house, or even a gun. Like the gun in the guy in chapter 1 has a gun at the back of the girl's head and doesn't fire.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden Baghead comes up and hits him over the head. And then, you know, it's like, I don't, you really, and the director, Rennie Harlan, it's just like, what the hell? Does he need a paycheck? Because he's a good director. Why is he doing this stuff? But I don't get it. So you have been on a kick of like movie franchises and stuff. Okay. Recently, I have been on a director kick. And I have been watching all of Tarantino's movies. I'm only missing 2. So I just ordered Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown. So I watched last night Inglourious Bastards.
Very nice.
Which is great.
I think that's the same one I have too.
Yeah, God, is it good. And then I watched The Hateful Eight, which is Tarantino's version of The Thing. It's basically his remake of The Thing, which I thought was like John Carpenter's version of it.
I don't mean to brag, but
and you got the slipcover, but I got the slipcover for Hateful Eight, and it's got a pop up. It's like the letters are all popped up.
Oh, nice. Oh, these are puffy too. Chicka chicka wah wah.
Chicka chicka wah wah. And this is really great if people haven't seen it. And then before that, I watched, and all these are recent buys too. Django Unchained. So nice. I got that. I don't think I've watched a movie where the N-word is said so many times. It is amazing. Yeah. You would be drunk. This film is about 2.5 hours, somewhere in there, because all of his movies now are long. If you did a drinking game, if you took a shot for every single time the N-word was said, you would be passed out, blacked out, drunk within the first 30 minutes of this movie. I mean, it is amazing. And then the first one that I started off with, which I think is his best, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I still think this is his best movie.
Nice. Yeah, I still have to watch that. I still got to get around to it. I will at some point.
Yeah, I think it's everybody's best film. I think it's Tarantino's best film. I think it's Leonardo DiCaprio's best film. It's by far Brad Pitt's best movie. And Margot Robbie, Sharon Tate, she's good in it too. And I watched the end credits, like everybody and their sister is in this, but you wouldn't know because it deals with the Manson cult. So there's a lot of followers, there's a lot of cult members. And and I don't want to say who's in it because you haven't seen it yet because I want you to be surprised. But when you're going through the credits at the end, you're like, oh shit, that person was in it. Oh, wow. Okay. And because they're all cult members.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah. And then I watched, because I've been doing the superhero movies. So I watched Push. I watched Push. And
push it real good.
Push it. And it's got Chris Evans, who I think has played more superheroes than anybody. And I thought, well, I like how this is made. I like the lighting. I like the editing. I like the color grading. I like all that stuff. I like the directing. So let me see what else. I'm going to probably mispronounce his name. Paul McGannon, maybe? So I said, well, what else did he make? So I looked him up, and I'm just like, oh, son of a bitch. And Philip recommended this. OGP recommended Lucky Number 7.
It's a great flick.
This is
right
really
there.
good. Yeah, this is really good too. And then I'm like, well, what else did he do? And then I own this also. He also did Wicker Park, which is one of the most confusing movies I've ever seen, but it's beautifully shot. This movie makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I stopped it in the first hour because I wanted to move on to something else, but I'm going to finish it. But it's beautifully shot. This guy's a good director. This is confusing as hell. And then I thought, well, what else did he make? And then I went to Zia and picked up Victor Frankenstein, which I have seen. This is a good Frankenstein movie. And then picked up one of his first films. And I remember when this came out, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch this. Even the artwork on this looks so bad. I'm not going to watch it. But now I got to. And that's Gangster Number 1. This is like his first film.
Huh.
And it's got Malcolm McDowell.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's Malcolm McDowell, Paul Bentley. So, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely check it out. So that's all for him. And while it was...
hang on just a second. So Jeff said this week that he bought, I don't want to fall behind in the comments and stuff.
No.
He bought Blu-rays of Blood Diner,
I think
Mr. No Legs, and 7 Women for Satan. Now, were those Vinegar Syndrome releases, Jeff? I know VS just had a sale this week. Master Chaos did a video on it, and those sound like Vinegar Syndrome titles. So I'm wondering if that's where he got those. Mr. Bone loves Pitt's Char in that. Pitt's chair, or in the movie in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Pitt's Charm, maybe Charm.
He's also in Inglourious Bastards too.
No, he's talking about character. He loves Pitt's character. I think he's talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
His character is awesome in Once Upon a Time. I'm telling you, it is his best. Well,
but that's why they confirmed the sequel. It's now confirmed that it's going to be called whatever his character's name is. It's called The Further Adventures of whatever Brad Pitt's character's name is. So that is confirmed as the sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, not directed by Quentin Tarantino. So
we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. And so anyway, so carry on, John. What else did you get?
I got 3 left. So I'm a Mel Gibson fan, and I've been getting into Shakespeare. I bought Macbeth from a director that I like, and I'm going to be picking up Hamlet with Ethan Hawke, which is a modern day business movie, like a Wall Street type of thing, but they make it, incorporate Hamlet into it. So I did pick up from the director of Romeo and Juliet, the original Hamlet with Mel Gibson and Glenn Close.
Okay.
And I've been, and I remember watching like a behind the scenes thing on this, and the interviewer asked 3 of the women that are in this, like young women, and they go, well, how is Mel Gibson in doing Shakespeare? And they go, oh, bless his heart. He tried. He really tried. And that's for the movie. So I'm looking forward to this. This I want to remake. This is public domain, and I've wanted to remake this for a long time. Wes Craven produced a remake of it, but it's Carnival of Souls. This is the original.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
yeah,
I would
the one Wes Craven did. It sucks ass.
Yeah, not a
Fucking
fan of that
terrible.
one. So, but I want to do a remake of this. And then the
Okay.
last one is it is 20 Twisted Tales on 2 DVDs. It's the One Step Beyond TV show. So it's like Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, and
Okay.
it's called Doomsday Collection. And it's this here. So it's 20 episodes from the TV show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I guess that they're more doom and gloom type of episodes. So that's everything I picked up.
Nice. Well, some good stuff you got right there. So do you have anything, like I have a stack of stuff that I was going to kind of go over some things that I've watched. Do you have any other things to show that you've watched, or are you out of things to show?
Oh, I'm out of things to show, but I've definitely watched a lot.
Okay. So well, then we'll just kind of like start on, we'll just kind of go through the stack and then talk about the things that we've watched. And now the other day saw Fat Samurai Guy shared a video with me and a couple other people that somebody made. I don't know who the guy made or who he is, but it was like 5 underrated French horror movies that you need to see. One of them was Raw, which I have Raw. I've seen Raw. I love Raw. It was on my list as one of the most fucked up horror movies of all time. And Raw is absolutely phenomenal. If you have not seen Raw, this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I totally recommend Raw. And then on that list, one of the other 4 movies on that list was Frontiers, which one of the viewers here recommended this to me. Sounds like a Mr. Bones recommendation, honestly. But somebody said I needed to see Frontiers. And so I put that on my list and I bought it at Zia a while back. I just never watched it. Well, one day, at some point, I did put it in, and it's not available in English dub. It's only French with the subtitles. There's regular French or French 5.1. There's 2 options with the sound, but it's also French. So there's a lot of action at the beginning. There's a lot going on because it starts off with these people that are involved in this riot. They're not really good people, and it's kind of following their story. And with all the action, it's kind of hard to follow along with subtitles. Well, I gave up on it too soon. So after this video that Samurai sent, I was like, okay, I'll put that in. And then for about the first 15, 20 minutes, I was really struggling because you're just reading all the subtitles. Now, the subtitles are very funny in this because they were translated by obviously a non-English speaker, because the guy, he's telling another guy, like, do this or I'm going to like either fucking kill you or I'm going to fuck you up or something. But the subtitles say, do this or I'm going to fuck you. And then again, later on, it's like, you better or I'm going to fuck you. And so I did get a good laugh out of that. But after about maybe 20 minutes or so, it gets into the meat, the craziness of the story. And there's not as much dialogue. So the subtitles were not an issue after that. And this, I'm telling you, has turned out to be, if not my favorite horror movie of all time, this is definitely top 5. I fucking love this movie. Everything you want in a horror movie is in this. I mean, everything. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets House of a Thousand Corpses on steroids with violence turned up to 100. So it's absolutely amazing. I love it. So whoever recommended it, thank you. And I recommend it. Now, this is not for the faint of heart. Is the violence, the gore, and the effects. The practical effects are top notch. So if you are not good with movies like Saw, if Saw makes your stomach upset, you may want to skip this because this takes it to another level. So it's not torture porn, but it is just a very violent, gory movie. And I just absolutely love it. So Frontiers, highly, highly recommend that. So what is something you watched recently, John?
Well, all the Tarantino stuff.
Okay.
Of course, Born Supremacy.
Oh, yes. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
So watch that. Strangers, Chapter 1.
Oh, yeah.
TV stuff, or TV episodes, Hacks, Righteous Gemstones. What else did I watch?
Are you watching The Last of Us?
No, I refuse to watch it. No.
Okay.
I will not. I hated the first season. Pascal annoys the shit out of me because he's literally in every single thing that is made, and it's overload on that guy. I also don't like his politics. I find it to be very annoying. I don't like the girl who's in it. I don't think she looks anything like the character from the game. I don't think that she's a good actress, and I don't like her politics. And I don't think that the first season really represented the game very well. The game takes 14 hours to play. There was only something like, what was it, maybe 6 or 8 episodes? I don't remember exactly. But most of it, except for like the first couple episodes, after that, it felt like the worst seasons of The Walking Dead. Like the zombies, the fungus zombies were barely in it. It all took place in like a little village thing behind walls. I just didn't care. I lost all interest in it. Knowing what happens in the second game, and also with its politics of the second game, I have no interest in this. I am watching the hate videos, so I know what's going on. And now that Pedro Pascal is not in the show anymore, the ratings.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, if you played the game or been following the show, the ratings have dropped drastically. Okay. So because
I heard somebody died, and I think they kind of alluded to him because I saw a picture of a girl who, this is hysterical because they keep comparing her or making pictures of her as Mr. Potato Head. But her without him. So I was like, oh, maybe his character died or something.
Yeah, this happens in the game too, is that he gets beaten to death with a golf club. So
okay.
Yeah. So it was a massive mistake, I think, for them to do it on like so early in the show. They should have drawn it out a little bit. And nobody, from what I understand, because I haven't played it, but not a lot of people like the second game, but they're going to draw the second game out to like season 3, season 4, and now it's I don't like the lead actress at all, and I just don't like her, and now that she's the main character, it's like I don't even want to watch it. So I love zombies. I mean, I have a massive, like 2 shelves filled of zombie movies over here. I did not like this. It reminded me of Netflix Resident Evil series that was just garbage. So
I watched the very first episode of Last of Us, the season 1, and I was like, I wasn't impressed, so I never went back. But it's got a big following, so that's why I ask. Let's see here. Mr. Bone says, I recommend you watch and review all of the 8 films from After Dark Horror Fest. And I think I might have more of these. I'd have to go through because I don't organize by like this. They're all in there. But I do know, speaking of Masters of Horror series, I do know I have some of those as well. But I will have to get to that. Daniel, I watched Last of Us season 2. It really upsets me, the cast story. The second game, my favorite. I'm a big fan of the game. Right on. Yeah, I've never played the game either, like John, so I don't know anything about it. Last of Us games are all good, says V. Right on. Jeff says Frontier is awesome. I've got the Blu-ray but it's also on Shudder. Yes. So, and that's where I saw, if anybody wants to watch this, I think Shudder is also like kind of attached to AMC Plus in Amazon Prime. So if you have AMC Plus, Shudder, you can watch this, and I highly recommend it. Really do. Let's see here. I got the Arrow UK region free 4K Hellraiser tetralogy and Red Surf, starring George Clooney and Gene Simmons on Blu-ray. Nice. I remember when Red Surf came out, and I think it was Vinegar, right? And Vinegar or Severin, but I'm pretty sure it was Vinegar. But a lot of people were talking about that. I know you watching like Grave Dancers, I believe. Yeah, Grave Dancers is another one that I have. Yes. So anyways, let's see. Daniel says, I'm same as John. Bella, I can't stand her. Look as Ellie, the girl from Civil War and Alien Romulus was originally going to play. Huh. Okay. Antonus,
Yeah,
I bought.
I could say something really mean about her, but
yeah.
I mean, it's looking at her. This is the nice version. Looking at her reminds me of Sloth from the Goonies.
Oh wow, yeah.
Her forehead's like this big. I can't stand her.
Weird. She's an odd looking one. Yeah. So I mentioned that I had binged the Insidious franchise, and in the first Insidious, I think I watched a week and a half ago or something, but and I really like the Insidious franchise. I do like Conjuring more, which I do believe maybe opposite of John. John likes Insidious better than Conjuring. I think
yes,
saying that.
Yeah, I like Insidious better. Yeah.
Okay. So, but the first one was great. I really enjoyed it. The second one, we're kind of, we're back for more, seeing the same family, Patrick Wilson, all that. And it is cool that it's Patrick Wilson in both Conjuring and Insidious, but different wives. But the second one was great. The third one might be my favorite. I really like how we went kind of away from the family. And it was, well, one thing I guess I should say about part 2 first. The one thing that bugged me about this was when we had the younger Elise, who is Lynn. No, not God. What's her name? Lynn Shay. Lynn Shay's character. When they use Lynn Shay's voice over the younger girl, I thought they did a terrible job with the voiceover, and I would have rather they just use the younger girl's voice. But John has a good argument for that as to why they should use Lynn Shay's, and I was kind of fighting John on that for a while. But then after watching the rest of the franchise, I'm like, at first I thought this was another Patrick Wilson franchise. No, this is a Lynn Shay franchise. She is the franchise here. So I kind of get using her voice, over, on part 2. But then part 3, where we have the other girl in the family, and man, I hate the fact that the writing, Dermot Mulrooney as the dad. I thought this was great. I love that we kept Lynn Shay. It's, we're kind of seeing some backstory to her, before she's dealing with Patrick Wilson's, family and stuff, some of her other, adventures or whatever. And I really loved part 3. So I watched that. And then The Last Key, and 2, 3, and 4, I watched since last Monday. But The Last Key I thought was good. And this is like backstory on how Lynn Shay grew up, how mean her dad was, what got her into being, this ghost hunter, whatever, person. It was good, but I kind of feel like it's the weakest of the franchise so far. And then of course, Insidious Red Door, the most recent one, I saw not too long ago, so I didn't bother rewatching it. But this one's great. I really love this too. So go ahead and tell me why I'm wrong about The Last Key, John.
Oh, I mean, I like that both of us like the series and really enjoy it. I tend to think that part 3, I think, is the weakest, and I think Last Key is the best. So we just have a different order, but it's great that both of us, you know, like it. So I just, I don't. I know Jonathan and I over on his channel, Indie Film Cafe, or actually I think it's Horror Film Lovers, we reviewed them all. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think I said that part 3 was my least favorite. Even though I still like it. I could watch it at any time, but it's still my least favorite.
Yeah. And these and that's fair. And this is one of the best things about talking movies is, you know, we're not going to agree on everything, but we do agree it's a great franchise. And thank you, James Wan, for bringing this into existence.
Well, don't forget, you know, Wanell. So.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because now in the first one, but the first one didn't Wanell and James Wan write it together. I think they both had a writing credit on the first one.
I mean, they might, yeah, because they then
Wanell went to go on directing him after James Wan. But no, you're right. He is a very integral part of this franchise here. So, I picked up the last that I needed at Zia Records when I was out there with John a couple weeks ago. So very happy to have this right here. So then also, let's see here. Oh, look. Jennifer Half. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Jennifer.
Did you like the Sinister movies? So that's a good question. Jennifer says Sinister 2 sucked ass. That's interesting. What have you seen both Sinister movies, John?
Yes.
Thoughts?
I don't think Sinister 2 sucked ass, but it is not as good as the first one. The first one is very, very creepy. It's actually, even in movies, don't disturb me that much, but this one was, it kind of, you know, was like, ooh. So I really liked the first one, and I thought the second one was okay. It was all right, but apparently it does suck ass because they never made a part 3.
Yeah. And that's funny. The first Sinister, I think is great. Love it. The second one, I seem to remember having issues with it, but I don't really remember what my opinion is. I wonder if I could quickly find it on Letterboxd and see if I wrote anything about it. This is one of the reasons I love Letterboxd. I gave it 3 stars. Let's see if I wrote anything. I put not a fan of the main evil ghost kid, bad actor, children of the sinister corn. Oh, yes. The first one, way better. The second one, it wasn't a terrible movie, but yeah. But it's funny. I was going through my list of movies here and crossing off, kind of updating my list and, you know, kind of crossing off some of the ones that I've already gotten. And I own Sinister, but I don't own Sinister 2. So I put it on my list. I'm going to pick it up. So I have both of them, but I don't own it yet. So there we go. I met her once, sweetest woman ever. Oh, super tiny in real life. What's her name? Oh, I forget, but that's very cool, Jennifer. Very, very cool. The Insidious movies terrify me. They are so creepy. They're really good. That's what Insidious and Conjuring, especially like Conjuring 2 and Insidious like 1 and 2. There's some intense, they are like true, like scary movies when you think about scary movies. Sean 420, what's up? Fluffy says the last key was great in the theater. Well, there you go. Yeah, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, I don't dislike the last key. I still give it a 3.5, which is like a 7 out of 10. It's still a very good score. First one scared the yes, the Sinister. That was an intense movie. Yes, and maybe that's why part 2 is kind of like such a letdown, because when the first one is that great. Liv says, hey, OGP and John and chat. What's up, Liv? How you doing? Liv over here dropping all kind of, like, I think mad content. I'm getting notifications for Liv's YouTube channel. Yes, Vinegar put Red Surf out. Okay, thanks, Greg. That's what I thought. Oh, you're talking about Lin Shaye. Oh, okay. Yes, Lin Shaye is tiny. Is it? Have you ever met Lin Shaye, John?
No.
Oh, yeah, she's tiny. I saw her at a convention once. I forget where. And shame on me for not getting her autograph at the time. But, and she is an autograph that I don't have, and I need. I would like to get Lin Shaye because I don't have an Insidious autograph. I don't even think I have an Insidious Funko, but I would love to get Lin Shaye. OGP, I have a question about Jason Bourne. I'm really excited to know if they're really fun and action-packed. That, Daniel, is a great segue to what we should talk about next. But I'm going to throw something else in there first. Blade Trilogy. I watched Blade 2 and 3. Well, Blade 2 and then Blade Trinity. And Blade 2 is great. And then Blade Trinity, it fell off, but I still kind of enjoyed it. And now, John, you've seen all three of these, right? Thoughts on the franchise?
I enjoyed them all. I think that part 3 is a good film. I liked it. Part 2 is the best. I mean, it's Del Toro. So it's, that's why Ron Perlman is in it, because of Hellboy and Hellboy 2 and stuff like that. But I still think part 3 is good. I like that they meet Dracula, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's David S. Goyer, and I liked it. I don't know why it gets such a bad rap. I just think it's funny trying to spot Wesley Snipes' stunt double, since he's in the movie more than Wesley Snipes is. He just stayed in his trailer the whole time unless it's close-ups.
So, yes, with Trinity, it's funny because one thing that I noticed, Wesley Snipes' stunt double is much better at martial arts than Wesley Snipes is. His fighting was more precise. It's like Bruce Lee with Game of Death. You know when it's not Bruce Lee because, Bruce Lee throws a punch. It's bam, very precise movements. The other guy, it's like, blah, it just isn't as, refined as Bruce Lee's fighting. So, but I love this. I'm so thrilled that I was able to get the trilogy again at Walmart. If they still have them, I recommend it. It was only $13 for all three, $12.96. So, yes. So let's talk about Bourne. Everybody, the homework was for everybody to watch the Bourne Supremacy. That's the second in the franchise. And we're doing this because John saw the show over there. Well, you want to tell us about the show and stuff and why we're doing this, John?
It's Mr. Sunday Movies, and it's Caravan of Garbage. And I watch them every week. It's YouTube. They normally have new episodes on Thursday. Sometimes they come out on Friday. They're 2 Australian guys, so it's all done in Australia. And I think that they're very funny. And I actually prefer when they hate movies over when they like them. But so far, they seem to like the Bourne movies. So they do mostly franchises. So right now, because of the new Mission Impossible movie coming out, and they've already reviewed all the other Mission Impossible movies, they wanted to find something similar. So now they're doing all the Bourne movies. So 2 weeks ago was Identity, and then Thursday was Supremacy, and now this coming Thursday will be Ultimatum. So
yeah. Yep. So that's next week's homework. So everybody, if you want to stay up with us and hear our thoughts on Bourne Ultimatum next week, there's your homework to watch those. And now, so to specifically answer Daniel's question, not only is Jason Bourne or the Bourne franchise my favorite action film franchise, but it is also Ben Affleck's favorite action film franchise. So I absolutely love the Bourne movies.
Funny.
And so does Ben. No, I know. And even, because it was Ben Affleck and there was an interview with Ben Affleck and I'm getting old. I am so getting old. John Bernthal. And they were talking about their favorite franchises. Bernthal's favorite franchise is Rocky. And Damon said, not Matt Damon, but Ben Affleck said that he goes, it's going to sound like home cooking, but the Bourne franchise. He's like, they're so fun. So I can't say I blame him. Can't say I blame him. And so I wonder if you ask Matt Damon, maybe Matt Damon would go, oh, my favorite franchise is The Accountant.
There you go.
Which you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. But so yes, I highly recommend. When they came out with the 4K box set, I ran to the store and bought it. I just absolutely love having them, and they look so good in 4K. They really, really do. But the Bourne Identity was fun, and the Bourne Supremacy is a lot of fun as well. Now, with Bourne Supremacy, we get more Brian Cox. We love Brian Cox, the OG Hannibal Lecter. They also introduced Michelle Monaghan, who we know and love from many, many things, but specifically a Mission Impossible franchise. And Carl Urban shows up as our really bad guy. And Carl Urban is from The Boys, right? He's in The Boys.
The Boys, Dread, of course, Star Trek. He plays
Dredd,
McCoy.
yeah.
So
yeah, he's great. Love Carl Urban.
Yeah, he's really good.
And directed by Paul Greengrass. After the Bourne Identity, the first one was directed by
Doug Liman.
Oh, Doug Liman. Thank you. And then I think maybe the rest of the franchise is Greengrass after this, right? But anyways, Bourne Supremacy. It starts out, Bourne is, and we won't spoil everything, but give you the gist of it. It starts out where Bourne is kind of living a low-key kind of life after the Bourne Identity with the character Marie, who was played by Franca Potente in the first one. She was great. And then in the second one, it starts out with them still living their kind of low-key life. And then Carl Urban's character shows up trying to kill Jason Bourne. So they're trying to get out of there. Bad things start to happen. And it doesn't go well for Marie. And then the rest of the movie, one of the things that Mr. Sunday Guy said that I really liked was that in the first one, you have this guy who's trying to figure out who he is and what's going on and everything. And you get a little bit of that at the beginning of this one. But after they kill his girlfriend, he is just pissed off and doesn't smile once the rest of the film. Yeah. He is just hell-bent on killing. Well, but, hell-bent on figuring out what's going on and getting revenge for the guy who killed his girlfriend.
Yeah, and they didn't seem to like Supremacy as much as they liked Identity. They just said that it was kind of like just seeing the same thing again.
More of the same.
Yeah, they're saying that they liked it. It's a good movie, but yeah, it's more of the same. I will disagree a little bit about that because that's what the series is. I mean, that's, it's him running around trying to find who he is and getting to these people and revenge. And, all the Mission Impossible movies are kind of the same thing, but it's just instead of a bomb, it's something else, so.
Well, and one of the things that's kind of like saying, that all the Mission Impossible movies are the same, where they're not, they're different. It's a different adventure, different action. But this might be my favorite one because of the intensity of it. And now not only is he just trying to figure out who he is, but there's a purpose to it. And that is getting back at, getting revenge for his girlfriend getting killed. There's some fun stuff in here. There's scenes in this movie that prompted an episode of Mythbusters, where they wanted to see if some of the things that happened in this movie would happen in real life, like blowing up a house with a newspaper and a toaster oven and stuff. So that was pretty cool. There's some very, very funny moments in this where and again, we're not really going to spoilers as far as the story, but this woman is standing, what's her name? The main, the guy that Jason Bourne is. Well, Jason Bourne's trying to figure out who this woman is. He learned her name, but she's like CIA boss, and he's spying on them from a building across the way. And he's telling the woman that Bourne is telling the woman that she needs to send this other girl to meet him. She goes, well, I'm going to have to try and find her. And Bourne's like, well, that'll be easy. She's standing right next to you. And then the whole CIA office is like, oh shit. And it's a very funny moment. It is a very funny moment. There's something kind of along those lines later on in the movie too that happens, but I won't spoil. But the part of what's going on in this, what he's trying to solve and why they were trying to kill him is because he, in his previous life, before he lost his memory, was part of a mission that wound up killing a Russian politician and her and his wife. And that leads him into Russia. So this movie, a lot like Mission Impossible or James Bond movies, is all over the world, and it makes it a lot of fun. So I really love the movie. I love the franchise. You got anything else to add about Supremacy, John?
No, I mean, I think that it's definitely a different type of movie than the first one. I mean, Doug Liman is a very different director, and I think he was maybe a little more comic booky in the first film, with punching the guy in the balls and then using the one guy to kind of just like surf down, when he hits on the ground. We don't get a lot of that in the second one. It's more straightforward, that he's more of like a machine that just keeps moving and to get to where he needs to go. So I don't remember. I own them all, but they're on Blu-ray. They're not 4K. I haven't watched them in a long time. So for me, nice. I'm kind of rediscovering them. So I don't remember one thing from Ultimatum, not one. So It's almost going to be like watching it brand new.
Nice. Yeah. I love these movies. I watch them so much. If I'm like scrolling around, it's on, I will stop. It's kind of like The Shining, Silence of the Lambs, the Bourne franchise. Forget it. I'm just stopping right there. But I love it. I love all the movies. Maybe, we'll get into maybe my least favorite when we get there at the end. We'll maybe rank them and stuff. But Bourne Identity and Bourne Supremacy, for me, as far as action movies go, I give them both perfect scores. As far as movies go in general, I don't know that they're perfect or with, the best of all time, but they are definitely 4.5 stars for me, both the first two. So what would you give it for a rating?
Out of 5, I'd probably say at least probably like 3.5. More
Ooh.
Towards a 4, but
okay.
Yeah, probably like 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. And I just, being my favorite franchise, I just, maybe I'm a little biased or whatever, but and part of it too, one of the things that I liked about the first two movies, they're both under 2 hours. And John knows I get, if a movie is too long, it may be great, but I get bored. I'm like, I need to get up and walk around. I need, a long movie can be great, but I love the fact that I can sit down and watch through this without having to get up. And so that gets brownie points for me.
It's going to be interesting when you go see the new Mission Impossible films. It's just 2 hours and 50 minutes.
You know what? Maybe since I got the pass and I go for free, maybe I'll go and then I'll watch the first half of it and then I'll just go home. And then I'll go back to a later showing and watch the second half.
There you go.
So yeah. Oh man. So next week, the Bourne Ultimatum, we're going to be talking about that and watching their videos. So their video was fun. I did like Mr. Sunday Movies video for the first one a little bit better than this one. But I thought it was still a fun video. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they have to say next week.
Yeah, me too.
So let's see here. Liv says, sorry if you've already talked about it, but curious if you're excited for the new Final Destination. That's a good question. One of us is, one of us kind of maybe isn't. As a 90s kid that grew up on the series, I'm pretty stoked. Liv, I am very excited. I think the trailer looks phenomenal. Based on what I see in the trailer, it has the potential to be the best one. So other movies that were sequels that came way later on in the franchise that were in the conversation for being one of the best saw X. So it's not impossible to make a really, really great sequel in part 5 or part 6 or part 7 or 10. But I am very much looking forward to it. I think the way it's shot, and obviously what we're seeing in that one scene in the trailer is going to be like just a part of the movie, maybe like the opening, pre-credit scene or something. They don't give us too much about the entire story, but that scene in that little store, I think is done beautifully, and I'm so excited. Now we'll let John shit all over it.
No, I did not like the first teaser. I thought it did not look like a Final Destination film. But the second trailer I thought looked pretty good. So
okay.
I like that Tony Todd is in it, but he's so thin and so frail looking. It's like listening to George Harrison's final album, Brainwash, knowing that he was dying of cancer while recording it. Something kind of is taken away from it. I'm just
glad that there's a couple folks like Jeff in the chat that are going to know who George Harrison is. There's a lot of our chat is going to not have a clue in hell who he's.
George Harrison of the Beatles. Yes, he was the lead guitarist of the Beatles. And he smoked a lot. So I'm looking forward to it. I liked all of the Final Destinations. And for one filmmaker, I interviewed the creator. So Jonathan and I did. No, not for one filmmaker. It was for horror film lovers, Jonathan's channel, because we were reviewing all the Final Destination movies, and nice. we got him to come on. So we talked about the whole thing.
Very cool. So excited for the new movie then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't it like next week or this coming week?
You know what?
I want to say it's like next. I think it's next week.
Yeah, I think. You know what?
Like
that's on my list of movies. I didn't. Yeah, May 16th. I saw Hurry Up Tomorrow, but maybe Fandango just doesn't have tickets available for it yet. Maybe, but you can already buy tickets for Hurry Up Tomorrow with Jenna Ortega for the 16th, which I'm very much more excited about Final Destination than I am Hurry Up Tomorrow. Hurry Up Tomorrow, that's the one where it's like Jenna Ortega's crazy and she takes this singer who I think is The Weeknd. She takes him hostage and stuff. Maybe I'll see that. It's Jenna Ortega. It's probably worth a watch. But I mean, I made it through Death of a Unicorn.
And I made it through the show that The Weeknd did. Ugh.
Ooh, yeah.
God, that was awful. That was so awful.
So a couple weeks away till Final Destination Bloodlines. So in less than 2 weeks now. Jeff has never seen a Bourne and he avoids Hollywood films, and he's also he's never seen Mission Impossible.
What?
Yeah. So the Mission Impossible movies are good. They're, to me, and John may not like this, but the Mission Impossible movies are like, it may be boring in a sense too. Just turn your brain off and watch the movie and just go on the adventure. Some of the things are so far-fetched that, like, could this really happen? Would this really happen? Is this humanly possible? But they're fun. They're all fun. I enjoy them all. And I know John loves them, but I mean, give them a shot someday. Maybe you'll like them. But
that's my favorite action series. I love Mission Impossible. I've seen them all a few times. Yeah. I think
but he says he usually avoids big mainstream Hollywood flicks. And I kind of get it nowadays because of all the political crap they throw down our throats. We just want a movie. We don't want agendas. So I understand avoiding stuff, but they're both great franchises. Liv says, Jeff, we're very similar. So Liv and Jeff got similar taste in movies. Oh yeah. Haven't seen any of the Bourne movies. So, Liv and Jeff, I'm telling you, I love the Bourne movies. They're so good. Michael McNally. What's up, Michael? Let's see. Have you guys watched The Woman? I just rewatched it. It was so satisfying. but when she got loose and took care of business. What, it's just called The Woman? I don't think I've seen that. Christian's in the house. What up?
Hey, Christian.
Let's see here. Agree with you on women, Jeff. Have you seen the prequel Offspring? Never heard of this. The Woman, huh? I'm making a note now. What do you got a year or about when it came out or anything, Jeff or Mr. Bones? Let's see. Liv is glad Tony Todd's going to be in it, and I think so too. And that, you know what, and that brings me. We need to talk about the movie that just came out. Where's my stinking note about that? Boop. How did I not put a note about that? Well, anyways, a movie came out last week called The Cutting Club. And no, I don't have a little picture for it, but The Cutting Club was a movie that Tony Todd was in, done by Full Moon way back in 2005, and it never got released. It never got finished. And after watching the movie, I understand why. But Charles Band came out, right? Richard is who's the musician that we met? Richard Band? And
Richard
Charles,
Band is the composer. Yeah.
Okay, so Charles Band came out and said, after Tony Todd passed away, we got to get this movie done. So they finished it and put it out. It's very rough. The movie is not great, but it was good enough to sit through to enjoy seeing Tony Todd in something new for the first time. That movie is on Tubi. You can go watch it right now. It's only like 65 minutes. So even though it's pretty rough, it's not that long. You can make it through it. If you want to see something new with Tony Todd, you have not seen, or Cutter's Club, I think. Cutter's Club. I think it's worth checking out on Tubi.
So the woman, okay, I like this director. I've seen some of his stuff. The Woman, 2011. It's Lucky McGee directed it, who also did All Cheerleaders Die, which I liked.
Okay.
Oh, it's based on a Jack Ketchum book. Yeah, I would definitely watch this. This looks there is a sequel. They say the sequel here is called Darling. Maybe it goes under two names. Takes place in a Catholic boarding school. Oh, I'm on board with that.
Oh, so the woman. So there's okay. So definitely gonna have to check that out. Nice.
Yeah, here it says it is a sequel to the film Offspring. So are there are there three? Yeah,
so,
it says
okay. So
Offspring, Darling, and The Woman.
Well, there you go. Huh. I'll have to check that out. That's cool. Well, maybe we got some homework, John, to see if we can. Do you see where we can watch those?
Well, The Woman is a sequel. After the events of the previous film, an unidentified feral woman is the last remaining member of a cannibalistic tribe.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Bones said, that Offspring was like a prequel.
Okay. Let's see here.
So is The Woman, is that from 2011?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Oh, Pollyanna McIntosh from Walking Dead. Yeah, she's great. Huh. So it says, when a successful country lawyer captures and attempts to civilize the last remaining member of a violent clan that has roamed the Northeast for decades, he puts the lives of his family in jeopardy. I have seen that movie, and it is fucking great. After reading that, I remember it now. Yes, and Pollyanna McIntosh is the woman, and he keeps her like in a fucking barn or something like that. That movie is fucking phenomenal. Jeff, thank you for that. Yes, I have seen The Woman. I just didn't remember it being called The Woman. But so now I need to see The Offspring. And what was the other one you said there, John?
Darling.
Darling.
Yeah, no G at the end, just Darling.
Okay, Darling. Okay, That's cool. Yeah. The Woman is phenomenal. It's got a 6.0 on IMDb, which is a good score. But man, that is a great movie, a very great movie. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I got to go back and I gotta, read up or look at stuff before I remember. But that is a great one. Let's see here. We got lost with the comments here some time ago. Let's see. Yeah, Tony Todd looks sick. Yeah. Well, and so for the Final Destination movie, his final Destination movie, he was sick and he was battling cancer. And so, he's not going to look great. But I saw a review, and I'm trying to avoid all reviews before going in, but somebody said that it is a great love letter to Tony Todd, the new Final Destination movie. So that makes me happy, but I don't want to know shit else about it. I've seen the trailer. I want to go in and hoping no spoilers come out. Oh yeah, House of G Fam. I got my mind set on you, but isn't that the Traveling Wilburys, or was that
no?
Harrison?
That's Harrison. Yeah, by himself. It was his.
But then they redid that with the Traveling Wilburys with Tom Petty, and I remember seeing a video with Tom Petty, George Harrison, and Roy Orbison singing that song.
I have the Traveling Wilburys.
Okay. Conversation for another day. But anyways, I love that song. And I could have swore I saw them three singing that song, sitting around together, all playing guitar.
Might have been like a special thing.
Maybe, yeah. Not, and obviously, if you know better than I, if George made that song prior to being part of the Traveling Wilburys, then
you should love that song because you love the Kiss song. Want to rock and roll all night.
I fucking hate that song. What are you talking about?
So I'm being sarcastic. So the George Harrison one is literally, I got my mind set.
Oh yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
Said like a billion times. It must have been the easiest song in the world to write. And it was number one.
It's a catchy tune though.
So yeah.
It is a catchy tune. The best thing about I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day is when Family Guy, when Lois and Peter are at the Kiss concert and Lois doesn't know the lyrics. And they're, Gene or whoever the singer is it Paul Stanley is the singer or Gene Simmons? No, Paul's the singer, right? I think Gene Simmons is guitarist.
Well, they all sing.
Okay. But the lead singer, I think, is Paul Stanley, right?
Paul would probably be the lead, then Gene, then Ace, then Peter. Yeah.
Okay. But so he's singing, I want to rock and roll all night. And then he puts the microphone in front of Lois's face. And she's like, and have a good time. And they get booed and everything.
Everything's dead silence. I think they even dropped the mic.
But that's when Peter finds out that Lois had sex with, I don't know, either Paul Stanley or maybe the whole
Gene
band.
Simmons because of his tongue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then Peter's all bragging about how his wife had sex with Gene Simmons. Hysterical. Fat guy on right only likes what? Zed? Get out of here, Zed. Comment like that. Oh, bye-bye. You are blocked, sir. Good day. You can enjoy hanging out with us and watching us if you want.
Wait, what did it say? I thought you were joking. Now he's gone.
No, he said the fat guy on the right only likes fat guys. So I don't know if he's talking about me or you. I don't know which one of these he called.
Probably me, but I don't even understand the joke.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a joke. He was just saying the fat guy on the right, which I don't know which.
Bring him back. Let's find out what this
he's
is,
gone,
motherfucker. Come on.
I'd have to go figure out how to bring him back. I blocked him. No, and we don't do this. We don't do trolls and spammers, and I just block them. We don't do those.
This is, I'm if he aimed it at me, that sucks. If he aimed it at, at Philip, that sucks too. But all of us here are different. We have, some people that are watching right now that are religious. I'm not religious. We have some people here who, vote Democrat and some people vote Republican. This is a place that we shouldn't be able to, that we shouldn't make fun of each other or whatever 100%. It is. We should respect each other and all get along. So I don't know what the Zed thing even meant.
Yeah, well, to me, somebody like that, they were probably just being a dick, and they have no place here. I don't tolerate hate.
Well, thank you for blocking. So you know,
no, no, I don't want the drama on the channel. I don't want the hate. I don't want to fuel the fire of these trolls. I've had enough trouble with trolls in the past. We ignore them. We ignore them, and they get tired of sending messages that nobody reads, and they go away.
Yeah.
I love this because House of G Fam, you and I could probably sit and watch a movie together. He says, I am awful to watch a movie with. Constant pausing, checking details, rewinding, special features, behind the scenes, cast interviews. So he wants to know it all. So my thing is, I'm watching a movie and I'm like, oh shit, I know that filming location. So I'll pause the movie, go on IMDb and see where a scene was shot and go like, oh yeah, I've been there or this or that. Or I'm like, well, that character looks familiar. So I'll pause the movie and go look and see who that actor is or something. I'm constantly pausing movies to see. And it's funny because what movie were we watching recently? I started it way before you. And John, and remember you were like, how are you only there? I'm like right behind you because I pause and I'll be doing things, but you were just watching the movie through and you like caught up to me and I started the movie.
Oh, I think it was like, I think it was Exodus, wasn't it? It was one of those, wasn't it? Where I recommended it to you.
You watched Exodus before me. You watched it and then I watched it after.
I know what you're talking about, but
there was one, but yeah, because I'm always pausing the movie to do research, to go on IMDb and stuff.
Well, I do that with historical stuff. So if I see a movie about, I don't know, JFK, I'm going to be doing a lot of looking at my phone and, did he do this? Did he do that? Because I've noticed with somebody like Oliver Stone, who makes all these historical films, they're all wrong. It's especially like W I watched, which is about George W. Bush. Okay, he says those famous lines, that embarrassed W, but they're in different areas. It's like, no, he didn't say it here. He said it over there. And it's like, oh, okay, it's a movie, I guess. Just don't take this as fact.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so we're all kind of guilty for different reasons, different movies, of pausing and going back and doing research and stuff. But I'm with you. For me, I love filming locations or seeing actors that I've seen in other things, and so I'll do that quite a bit. The Arrow release has both of them. I don't know if you have that. I don't think I have the woman. I just watched it wherever, Netflix or wherever I saw it. But I'm definitely going to be looking for those. That may be a new franchise to get all three of those. Really looking forward to the movie Friendship coming out this month. I've never heard of it.
Mm-mm.
Have you heard of it? Yeah. Is it a horror or action, or if it's kind of if it's not like horror, action, or sci-fi, I'm probably not going to know.
I can't even get him to watch a comedy.
Yeah. So I saw the trailer for The Final Girls, and you all have told me somebody recommended The Final Girls to me, and it was on my list. So I bought it and I have it right here. And I love this, whatever his name is, I forget his name, but Silicon Valley. He was hysterical. He was like the main guy in Silicon Valley show. And he's in this. It has a great cast. The trailer looks hysterical, but I want to see dark horror movies. I want to see like, oops, I lost it. Anyways, Frontiers. I want to see stuff like that. I want to see Conjuring. I want to see Insidious. I want to see dark, not funny horror movies. That's like my thing. And so this has been sitting on my table for a while to watch. I just haven't got to it yet. I got to put it in one of these days. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Forgot that Hollywood Swill, you must watch The Woman. Oh, yeah, no, The Woman is great. The Woman is great. Woman is about a wild cannibalistic woman. Yes. So she is like wild and stuff. And it is very, very good. And yeah, he finds her, catches her, locks her in this like barn shed basement kind of thing. let's see here. Want to try and saw The Surfer with my buddy Julian and Julian McMahon and Nick Cage, reminded me of a 70s exploitation and Ozploitation film. Loved it. Yeah, it looks good. The trailer looks pretty crazy. I just forgot about it. So, and it's Nicolas Cage, so I know John's on board, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, OGP. I recommend Masters of Horrors. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go through and I'll pull up the list and then see which ones I have and add the rest. Greg knows George Harrison pretty well. Well, there you go. Let's see here. House of GFM says yes. Paul was lead. Mr. Bones. Okay. Jade is here. I think the fat guy comment was aimed at John because he was talking down on the skinny guy with cancer in the film. I don't think he was talking down.
No,
he was just saying that Tony Todd looks sick. I don't think there was any negativity there, right? John?
No. It's when you know that somebody is, it's kind of like watching Black Panther and knowing that the lead actor while he was filming the movie was dying of cancer. And it's just like, you don't know that when the movie was originally brought out. And then it came out that, while he was filming the whole movie, he was dying. And then when you see the film a second time, you have kind of a different outlook on it because it's like, oh no. And that's the same thing with Tony Todd. I've met Tony Todd. He's a very nice man. And I love the Candyman movies and other films he's been in. I would never talk down to him. It's just, I love that he's in this movie. And I'm glad that it's like a kind of like a farewell to him. But it's just sad seeing how thin he is and just how frail he looks. But it's great seeing him in it, though. So no, there's no talking down or anything. So that guy can go F himself. So
yeah, and I this is another one I totally regret not getting his autograph. Now I was at I believe it was Creep I.E and Tony Todd was there, and I didn't. I mean, the thing you have to pick and choose whose autograph you're going to get. Tony Todd wasn't that old, and we didn't know that he was sick at the time because when he was at Creep I.E, he still looked good. He wasn't like skinny or anything. So I wish, because I got wherever it is, the Funko Pop sitting up here, and I should have, for Candyman, I should have got him to sign it, but I didn't, and I wish I would have now. But yeah, no, Tony Todd is great. We love Tony Todd. I love surfing I love surfing IMDb while watching movies and TV shows. Liv, I think if you're a big fan, like most of us here are with movies, you'll do that. You want to know information about it or what's going on. And so I think a lot of us have that IMDb on speed dial. Jade says, nice shirt, OGP. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I do like on Horror Movie Monday to throw on something a little snazzy and kind of horror appropriate here. But yeah, I want to get some more of these too. I have like 6 or 7 of these type of shirts, but I do like them. But thank you for that comment. Friendship is dark comedy, I think. Oh, Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson. Oh, okay. Huh. Paul Rudd, Tim Robinson, they're great. Okay, well, good enough. I'll have to look that up. Liv, I didn't know anything about that. Have you haven't heard of that either?
No.
Yeah, okay. I love Final Girls. They can't all be dark. I know. Watch Superbad for a good comedy. Superbad's funny. I remember Superbad.
Superbad's great.
Very funny. Yeah. And when I was hanging out with Fluffy, What Movie One, and Michael Ray Bauer, and Michael Ray Bauer took us to a couple Superbad filming locations. So that was pretty cool. Being where a movie was filmed with a guy like Michael Ray Bauer was pretty cool. Same OGP. I'm always picking out actors or guessing what else I've seen them in. IMDb must always be open. 100%. OGP, you ever seen the movie Black Death? Doesn't sound familiar. John, you Black Death?
I haven't seen it, but I like that director. That is Christopher Smith. He did an awesome movie that I have seen a few times called Triangle. And it is really good. It's like a Groundhog Day type of movie. It is really, really good.
Okay.
So, and I want to find it's just it's expensive to purchase.
Oh. I'm wondering, there was last week or the week before, somebody recommended a couple movies and I threw away my notes, but I added stuff to my list. And I was wondering if Black Death, Nick, have you mentioned Black Death recently to us? Maybe. I don't see it on my list, so I'm not sure, but my list is 3 pages now. So like trying to scroll through 3 pages of just movies to watch before buying. It's, I like to see things or really, really know they're great before buying them, or they're suck ass and they're part of a franchise that I love. So let's see here. Black Death was pretty good. I like those period films. Okay. It's a good movie. Live, hate, never got a sequel. What are we talking about? Final Girls? Oh, you're talking Final Girls? You hate that it never got a sequel? Mr. Bones, thank you. We got to get things under control. I'm out of control with the comments. I'm losing my mind over here, but it is indeed.
It's vamp time.
It's vamp time. You got to get our vamp time in there. Let's see here. I do the same thing with my mom. When I watch a movie with her, she gets annoyed. Yeah. So I remember sitting, I think it was with you, John, and we were watching a movie and I'm like on my phone and you're like, are you going to watch the movie? And I'm like,
yeah.
you know,
wasn't it Ambulance? I think. And it's just like, are you going to watch this? And then I realized you're like Miranda. That I can't I can't play something that I like. We just have to watch movies that I like but I don't care about. Ambulance. Well, I wanted you to actually.
If it's a movie that I'm like into, like Top Gun Maverick, I've seen the movie at least 4 times. And but when I put it on last night, and the funny reason I put it on, because I saw a video of a guy playing the Top Gun theme song out in front of Area 51 with like a giant loudspeaker where security could hear, and security was kind of like looking at him like, what are they doing? But he was on the public side and he's sitting there playing the Top Gun theme song on a guitar. And I was like, now I got to watch Top Gun. So, but that's a movie I sat through, which is over 2 hours. And I just sat there and I like edge of my seat, still watching and laughing. I absolutely love that movie. The only scene in Maverick that kind of bugged me was the Goose's son, whatever his name was, sort of the B or whatever, but whatever Goose's son, when he's playing the piano doing goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, I was like, we already, you know, we did that with Tom Cruise. I get it, that was his dad's song, so he's doing his dad's thing, but you know, I was like, you obviously you like that part.
Well, yeah, because it's a flashback. It's Maverick is watching him. It's you know, he's seeing Goose right there. Yeah. You know, it's just no, it didn't bother me at all. The only thing that would bother me is I don't think, what's his name, Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he looks at all like Goose's son. So, because Goose's son is
in dark facial bone structure, I think he does, but like skin color and stuff, no. And especially if Meg Ryan was his mom.
Well, yeah, in the original movie, the little kid that's sitting on top of the piano has blonde hair, and you know, he looks like a total surfer kid. But
you know what? My kids were born with like bleach blonde hair. It changes when you grow up. Like, you know, like all my kids, all bleach blonde hair. Now they all have like dark hair like me. So that changes. So, but anyways, that, and then the other thing I thought, like, I love the intro. I get goosebumps. Goosebumps when you hear at the very beginning the music starting and they're on the aircraft carrier. It's like the same opening almost shot for shot with the original one. I love it so much. But then during the movie, Tom Cruise says, "Talk to me, Goose." And I'm like, that's fucking cool. Because he would always say in the original one, before Goose died, he'd go, "Talk to me, Goose," you know, or, you know, when they were crashing, he's like, "Talk to me, Goose." So when he says it in this one, I'm like, okay, cool. But then later on in the movie, he says it again. Talk to me, Goose. So Tom Cruise says it twice. I didn't like that. I liked that he said it once. He should have just said it the one time, not the second time. But then Goose's son says, talk to me, Dad. And I thought that was cool. Do the one time with talk to me, Goose, the one time with talk to me, Dad, and leave it at that. Don't do Tom Cruise doing talk to me, Goose twice. But and then how do you, if you're a fan, especially just a fan of Val Kilmer, but how do you not get choked up, when Tom Cruise goes and visits? Such a fucking good movie. God, I love that movie.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
a great film.
Top Gun 1 and Top Gun Maverick. I got it right this time. Sorry, I didn't call it 2. But those two, far and away, Tom Cruise's best movies of all time, in my humble opinion.
And it made over $1 billion, and it didn't even play in China.
Yeah. Speaking of making $1 billion, I heard something now that with what was the Star Wars movie? Was it not Revenge of the Sith? What was it? Revenge of the Sith that they brought back in theaters? They're saying now that with the money it made there, whatever, or something, has the potential to make over $1 billion because of the new sales and stuff or whatever. I heard some. I don't know where it's sitting right now.
It's outgrossing brand new movies, or it did outgross. I don't know if it's still playing, but
yeah. The actor from Silicon Valley that's in The Final Girls is Thomas Middleditch. Yeah, he is great, and he looks great in The Final Girls too. Thanks, Greg. I haven't seen Top Gun Mav yet, but I saw an interview with Miles Teller saying he was disappointed the piano scene was so short since he practiced for like 6 months. That's funny. But I mean, the movie's long enough. And they give you, with that scene, like John said, where you have Tom Cruise outside and he just got thrown out of the bar. They're kind of having the moment, but it's awkward because he already saw Miles Teller show up, Rooster, right? And so he saw Rooster and he's like, he knows he's hiding from him and he knows he's kind of got to get out of there. But then he gets thrown out and then he sees, like Goose's kid who hates him in there kind of reenacting what him and Goose did back in the day. I understand the emotion of it. To me, it was, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that scene that bugs me. Just something about it, but
you just can't like a movie without one thing being wrong with it.
No, I mean, there's no perfect movie. I'll find something.
Frontiers, I guess, is the perfect movie.
No, because Frontiers has problems because all the action and the having to read the subtitles at the beginning. So
I don't think that's their fault, though.
No, it's not. It's not. But in my mind, it can't be perfect because of that. But it's pretty fucking perfect. So, but no, I mean, so a while back, I threw out the idea of doing a show or whatever, a once a week kind of thing, talking about movies, and I would call it Why Blank Blank Whatever Movie Sucks. And it could be, I could tell you why Silence of the Lambs sucks, and I could go through the movie and pick out things that bug me or would be wrong. Every single movie I've ever seen, I could give you something that I could nitpick about. It doesn't mean I hate the movie or anything, but I'm just too lazy to get going on that. More videos and stuff.
This is good.
Yeah. We're having fun doing this. I'm digging having you hanging out on Mondays and stuff. This format here, I'm loving. So, let's see here. Oh, here is one for you, John. Any Righteous Gemstones fans in here? I just finished the series finale a couple hours ago. Not sure how I feel about it, but definitely not ready for it to be over. I will say I saw about the first 5 minutes of Righteous Gemstones and I was like, this is not for me. I love the cast, but I was like, this is not for me. And it's just because it's the type of comedy and stuff. I don't care that they're, the religious, parts of it or whatever, like aspect. That doesn't bother me at all. Make fun of religious stuff all you want. I don't care. Larry might not agree, but I don't care. But Larry's not here, so shh, don't tell him. But I just couldn't get into it. So, John, respond.
I love the Righteous Gemstones. I'm watching when we get done with this. I'm actually going to go watch the series finale myself, and I love, like David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. I've watched their other stuff, Vice Principals, and of course, Eastbound and Down. I love the show. I think it's great. I don't think that it's really making fun of religion because I don't think that it's making fun of it. It's kind of a behind the scenes in a way of it.
They're making fun of televangelists, right? And you could definitely make fun of televangelists.
Yeah, I mean, it is a comedy, but I don't know if they're making fun of. It's I don't know. Liv, what do you think? Do you think they're making fun of it, or I don't think that they are. What are you doing over there? What is that?
I'm having fun. I found out that I can make this noise, and I really like it.
That is an awful noise.
You're welcome. So there's another question. Yeah, I have not seen it, so I can't speak on that. But Jeff says, have you guys watched the film High Tension? Great horror flick. Bam! High Tension is wow. Well, it's been fun hanging out with John on Mondays, everybody.
Blocked.
No. High Tension is so fucking good. This is another horror movie that gets a 5 out of 5 from me. These girls, what they go through and everything, it is so bloody, dark, gory, violent. It is nightmare fuel, and I fucking love this movie. This movie, I mean, this is right up there with, well, you know what we got to do one day, and see, to be, I think, totally transparent. John, would you say you're more of an action movie fan or a horror fan? Which genre do you prefer more?
I'm edging out of horror, I think, and going, more into action. But I like science fiction is my favorite thing. Because you could also do sci-fi horror, like Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying between the two, action or horror, I feel like your needle kind of leans a little more toward action.
If you said, would you like to watch a Saw movie or a Fast and Furious movie? I would pick Fast and Furious. I used that example on purpose.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. John, it's pardon me. That's just crazy talk. You got me burping over here, John.
No, I do not like High Tension. I love the director. But it's like The Sixth Sense to me. I watched it twice. There is absolutely no possible way this could ever happen. Never.
It doesn't need to be possible. Tom Cruise is not holding on to the side of an airplane. And
yes,
then,
he is.
When they open the door, getting sucked in and almost shot out the back.
Yes, he is. He's Tom Cruise. Now it may not be Vin Diesel jumping from car to car, but it is Tom Cruise. He may be on wires, but it's still him.
So we want to talk about things maybe not possible.
This is, well, it is called Mission Impossible. This is, I just remember the scene of the lead girl that's on the box and she's looking out the window and like the killer is killing somebody by some cars or something like that. That's her. So she's looking at from the window herself killing the people at the car. This makes no sense. This movie makes no sense. And I watched it twice and everybody loves it, but me apparently. And I'm like, I'm not buying this for a second. It's like the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, wow. It's like The Sixth Sense. Like, how does he not know that he's dead? He would get off a bus. How would he pay to get onto a bus?
Yeah, Sixth Sense is. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. I'm not a fan of Sixth Sense. But Sixth Sense that's casual mainstream horror. This is horror fanatic horror. This is the dark side of horror, and that's why I love it so much. Anyways, these two are definitely, we should do this. How about next week? Next week, we go through all the movies that we own just walk through your collection and let's pick out like our 5 or 10 favorite horror movies that we own.
Oh God, that means I got to put them back.
Well, it's just 5 or 10. You just, you know, like, and that's why I love mine in alphabetical order. I just go plug them right in. Look, I have.
No, I can do that because I have a horror section of me. I mean, in fact, all my slasher films are right there.
Put away all these. Plus, I have more over here that I have to go put away afterwards. But
but yeah, I got to put away all these. So,
but these two will be in it. So everybody. So next Monday, this is what we'll do. Next Monday, we're going to continue Bourne Ultimatum. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to go through. We're going to pick out of just the movies we own. You have to own it. We'll do just go at least 5, but maybe up to 10 horror movies that you absolutely love, and I'll pick out my favorites too, and then so
okay.
We'll see. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh man, we got way behind in the comments. Rough week this week for me. Looking for some positivity, good vibes with the crew. Yes, so Cody has been having some shit went down at work. He's being kind of maybe treated unfairly. And yeah, Cody, I hope you get good news tomorrow. I really hope.
Sorry to hear that.
That things work out for you. Jeff Keaton, edging out of horror. It's time for an intervention. There you go. There you go. Next time I go out.
I mentioned this to you. I even the worst horror movies, even something like The Strangers Chapter 1, which did make a ton of money. They only made the movie for like $8 million, and it made something like $40 million. So even though it's not a great movie, I want these films to make money, but I am tired of just shit horror films. And a lot of those are independent micro budget movies. And I can't handle these films that are, that are just that's why if you look at something like, and you even mentioned this to me and thank you for it, that like Axmas and Axmas 2, even Meathook Massacre 4 are above some of these other films because I do have a Hollywood eye. I want to work in Hollywood. My favorite company would probably be Warner Brothers. So I always look at it in that way, and I can't watch a lot of this stuff because it's just bad. It's just not good. So I'm edging more towards science fiction because like I said, you could do sci-fi horror. I still like horror. I still watch horror. I mean, I watched The Strangers Chapter 1, but they're just
bad sci-fi is way worse than bad horror. If you question me, I challenge you to just start watching the Asylum movies. Bad sci-fi is pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Let's just get this out in the open. I don't consider movies like that Dustin Ferguson's makes. I don't consider those movies. Those not movies. Garbage. It's just they're just dog shit on a screen. And so I don't, when I say horror, I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm not even talking about Cinco de Shitto that I watched yesterday for Cinco de Mayo. It's just they're bad. They're just bad, and there's no effort put into them. So
well, and I'm going to be interviewing for one filmmaker, Lee Scott, who's a big Asylum guy. I don't know necessarily anymore, but he's done a lot of movies, and a lot of them are for the Asylum, and so I'm going to be talking to him about mockbusters and things like that. So, but it's just because we looked at, what was the one that you bought on Blu-ray that was really bad that we could barely get through, something Mary?
Oh, and Backwoods Marcy.
Backwoods Marcy. So that was garbage. But then we put on, when that was done, that something like The Last Nights of College or whatever that thing was, where the guy's going around killing everybody at the college. Remember that one? He's got the mask on.
But that was your movie, right? You bought that movie, right?
Yeah, and because it's a slasher film.
Yeah.
And there was really no difference between the two.
Yeah. Yeah,
They were both bad. You know?
yeah, but something like Backwoods Marcy, we only watched it because, you know, like it was like, well, fuck it, let's put it in and let's see. The only reason we stuck it out was because the hooker one that we watched the night before. Now, with something like that, yeah, that whatever that slasher was at the high school there, it was pretty terrible. And it was way too damn long. So much development. That could have been edited down and been made into a decent movie. But it was just all this character development for characters we didn't need. And so there was problems with it. But I think they put effort into it. And they tried to make a good movie. Or Backwoods Marcy, they didn't even try. That's Dustin Ferguson level.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is I've even defended Ferguson's movies. I own a bunch of them. In fact, they're sitting right there. I have like an entire shelf of just Ferguson movies, and he still does not acknowledge that Meat Massacre 4 is the best one. So,
yeah. Look at this. Liv says high tension, inside, martyrs, frontiers, love French extreme horror movies. Yes,
oui.
You get a very good golf clap for all those movies. All those movies fucking rock. I didn't even mention Martyrs. And I think, oh, my M's way up there. But I have I think the French and the American remake. I haven't watched the American remake yet. Maybe one day, but
well, then Liv might know what is the one, because I was telling OGP to watch it. It's the cover is a girl in a hammock and there's like palm trees around her, and it's unrated is on the box, and I think it's the same type of thing as like Martyrs.
Is it French?
I think it is it might start with
Français.
So you know.
That's a good question.
It's one word, and I think it starts with a T. I'm not sure.
Okay. Look at this. Anthony's in the house. What up, Anthony? Man, I saw the pictures from the convention this weekend, and God, I gotta say, man, I wish I could have gone out there.
There it is.
I think you guys had a great time. It looked like you had a great time. I saw a lot of familiar faces that are normally at Creep I.E and Creep I.E Aftermath out there at Retro Palm Springs. I wish I was able to squeeze in the time to get out there. I just wasn't able to. But man, I hope that it did well, and I hope we're going to see a repeat of that next year. So, man, I hope you guys had a great weekend. The pictures looked like you guys did, so that's awesome. But that's great. Good to see you, man. Let's see here. So, okay. What was the name of that movie, John? You said you saw it somewhere?
Mr. Bones has it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it though.
Where? Oh man, I'm so far. Oh, Terrestrials. Somebody recommended. Somebody's recommended that to me in the past here. Is that the one with Josh? Josh, how do you say Duhamel? However you say his name. And Olivia Wilde.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. Oh. I just know the cover, and it's kind of the same idea. So
yeah,
Jeff has a question here, so let's get down to him, because this one I can answer.
Okay. Yeah, Therese doesn't pull. I'm not seeing a girl in a hammock, although they are on the beach. So it probably is that. Yeah. Okay. I think I own Teresa, or it's on the list. One of the two. Where's man? I'm so fucking. Have you guys seen the old Italian zombie flick, The City of the Walking Dead? Is that the question you were referring to, John?
Yeah, its original title is Nightmare City. So I'm a massive zombie fan and a massive Italian zombie fan. So Fulci is great. Actually, just Italian films in general are awesome. Apocalyptic films, westerns, gangster movies. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Fucking love this movie. I think Fluffy and I got the Anchor Bay. Fluffy and I did a drunk movie review of this. I think, but I think I'm pretty sure I watched this with Fluff. But
yeah,
good
you know,
shit
and,
right here.
but everybody, you know, everybody talks about like 28 Days Later, which is a great movie. I love, you know, Danny Boyle, but they talk, oh, look, you know, look how fast they run and everything. And it's like, wait, but Nightmare City, they're running, they're using weapons. You know, it's like that's 28 Days Later wasn't the first one to have fast moving zombies. Nightmare City was. But they don't, you know, nobody acknowledges it, which is unfortunate. The City of the Living Dead, I think, is a much better title, and the poster is better too.
I like that artwork right there, but yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out for City of the Living Dead. I didn't know it by that name.
I think you have to buy like
my tees are over there, but I'm pretty sure because I don't think it's on my list anymore. So I'm pretty sure I picked up Terrestrials because
yeah, maybe the girl in the hammock is the unrated one. Like maybe there's two covers. I don't know, but I remember a girl in a hammock. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Terrestrials is not on my list anymore, so I probably got it over there. But yeah, that Terrestrials, a group of young backpackers vacations turns sour when a bus accident leaves them marooned in a remote Brazilian rural area that holds an ominous secret. Yeah. Man, I'm trying to remember if
if we're doing something,
I've seen that, but I don't know.
If we're doing something like that, I would rather watch The Ruins, where they're up on the temple, like the Aztec temple, and it's the vines are eating everybody, and I'd rather watch something like that.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's. Terrestrials is no high tension to me. High tension to me is one of my favorites. It really, really is. And somebody recommended it to me a long time ago. That's why I bought it. But because is it German or French or whatever? But there's another version where it's like hot. The German or French name is French, right? Hot, like HAUT tension. You know, tension. It's like tension looks the same in French, but high is like HAUT or something. But I love that movie. Love it. It's great. It's great. So how about that?
How about them apples?
Yes. I think I mentioned Teresa's OGB before. I'm pretty sure you did. That's why I think it got on the list. It's weird. I can watch Saw and whoever else, but Teresa's makes me feel icky. Taking organs out here. Yeah, I don't know. Movies are movies. They very rarely give me like the creeps or the icks or whatever, because I know it's fake. But I don't know. I like fucked up movies. So we need to say hello to Wicked Network, hanging out over there, drinking it up on Cinco de Drinko. Nice. Gotta love Cinco de Drinko. Very cool. But anyways, I'm sure we're missing some comments and stuff. Hot Tension, aka Switchblade Romance. I'm gonna oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, Hot Tension with the E on it. Yes, thank you, Christian. I first saw zombies in Dawn of the Dead 2004. I don't discriminate towards zombies. I welcome all zombie speeds. Yeah, and that's one of the things. I used to be of the mind where I was like, zombies just walk and they want to eat your brains. They don't do anything else. But we've seen zombies where, which one was the Romero one where it had like the big black guy who they kind of started to train and everything.
Oh, Land of the Dead.
Was that Land of the Dead? So, at that point I'm like, okay, maybe zombies can do different stuff. Maybe they're not all just complete brain dead. Maybe there's a little bit of something going on in there, but I'm okay now with zombies doing different things, walking fast.
Day of the Dead, Bub. That's where it really started. It was Day of the Dead with Bub, the film before Land of the Dead.
Is that the same character?
No,
that's the one where they're underground, though, right?
Yeah, in Florida, they're in like the bomb shelter.
Yeah. That's a great one. Love that one.
I take my zombie films very seriously. It's probably the one thing I definitely take seriously. And I rarely like zombie comedies. You know, Shaun of the Dead, of course, is great, but I take them very, very seriously. And I forget the name of it, but there's even one where the zombies sleep at night, but they stand up. So once nightfall hits, they sleep. And then when the sun rises up, they come back and they're zombies again. So you can, there's all different types of zombies, but it's something that I won't watch certain ones just because I don't think zombies are funny. So
Shaun of the Dead, great. Beyond that, I want my
Zombieland is really good. Zombieland 2, those are comedies.
I've not seen Zombieland 2, but Zombieland was good. Yeah, and the Bill Murray's house stuff is hysterical.
Yeah.
But it's tough to pick favorites, but man, my poster up there, Train to Busan, I fucking love Train to Busan. Love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a very good one.
So, anyways, Jeff says John Lithgow has a new horror film on Shudder. Do we know what that's called? I'm looking right now. That one I've been talking about. The Rule of Jenny Penn. John Lithgow is chilling in it. The Rule of Jenny Penn.
Don't know that one.
Yeah. Here it is. The Rule of Jenny Penn. Confined to a secluded rest home and trapped within his stroke-ridden body, a former judge must stop an elderly psychopath who employs a child puppet to abuse the home's residents with deadly consequences. That looks pretty good. That's what says AMC Plus. Is it on Netflix now? It's showing AMC Plus here. I'm going to have to look for that. I'm going to add that to the list. Maybe try and watch that this week. I've never heard of that before. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And we're going to get to wrapping this here video up here pretty soon. Let's see here. Maybe I can make that smaller. Yeah, does that look familiar to you at all, John? The Rule of Jenny Penn.
It kind of looks familiar, but I did not see who's in it. That's a great cast.
Yeah, Lithgow, Jeffrey Rush. Let's see here. Boop. Other people I don't know. But I mean, you got a good start there. So, directed by James Ashcroft.
Click on him. What else has he done?
Coming Home in the Dark, Godzilla X Kong. He's additional crew. Wait, as an actor? He's okay. Let's get back up here. Directed by James Ashcroft. So apparently he's an actor as well. Oh, come on. Sometimes this website, it's not bad on the app, but when you're on a computer, it sometimes drives me nuts. Previous 12. Coming Home in the Dark, The Water Cooler, a short.
Don't know any of these.
So he hasn't. Most of them are shorts. So looks like he's new to directing. Upcoming, The Whisper Man. So not sure, but I definitely sounds like something. I do love Lithgow. I know you love Lithgow as well, correct?
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. Yeah, I absolutely love him.
You know who else I love?
You love Pumpkinhead.
I do love Pumpkinhead. I do. Thank you, Sean 420. Jeffrey Rush is also really good in it. It's kind of hard to watch, but good. Okay. I'll definitely do that. Lust for Vampire, good classic Hammer film right there.
It is. Yeah. It's part of their lesbian vampire series. Yeah.
2 White Russian drinks for John and OGP. It's now on. Well, there you go. Nice, man. Fucking love White Russians. But as John knows now, vodka makes me feel like a shit the next day.
I was so surprised about that I was fine and you were just gone.
Well, I did drink like 11 beers also, and then all that. So I think I outbeered you by a few. But man, yeah, I felt like it. I don't do well with vodka. But it was yummy, and we had a great time. That's all that matters.
Yes.
And we still made it to Zia, so there you go.
Oh, we did everything that we wanted to. It was great being that drunk because we were at the phase of I love you, man. No, I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you.
Yeah, I don't remember getting that intense. But oh man, but yeah, we had a great time. Can't wait to get back out there and do it again. And you keep your ass away from Zia Records and the Strawberry Charleston shoes, my friend. Here, I don't want to have to get violent. Drive all the way out there, and I'm gonna drive all the way out there and buy the entire box. So next time you go to Zia, there's none there.
You got me into them. I've
They're
never
good.
had
That's a
Charleston
good candy
shoes
bar
until you. So
yeah, the vanilla ones and the chocolate ones are good, but the strawberry ones, forget about it.
Forget about it.
So next week we're gonna do a Bourne movie. We're gonna have a pick out 5 or 10 of our favorite horror movies that we own, and we'll probably recap Clown in a Cornfield a little bit and some other good stuff. So that's what we'll do. Anything else to talk about tonight, John?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
So, and everybody, and I apologize. I do because I have a flight leaving for Chicago in about 13 hours, and I still have to pack. So I got to go start getting ready and try and get a good night's sleep. So for a big travel day tomorrow. So we got to wrap it up. And the Flesh Eaters, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Awesome movie. Yeah. If you're talking about the black and white one from the 50s, yes. Excellent.
I'll have to look. My F's are up there. I can't reach.
It's a rare one. It's one of my, I have a burn of it. It's a great,
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Now I really want to know if I have it. And I could rub it in a little bit if I have it. You only have a burn. I probably don't have it though, if you say it's rare, but I'm going to look under that's L.
Yeah, it's like it's right up there with things like the Slime People and Horror at Party Beach and all these great 50s kind of monster movies, and the Flesh Eaters has, like, you know, Nazi scientist in it and stuff like that. So it's
okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I have the Flesh and Blood Show. I have Flesh Feast, Flesh for the Beast, Flesh Hunters.
Not the same.
So, and then I also have Flu. Flu is a fucking amazing movie. A lot of the same people from Train to Busan about a pandemic in Korea. It's fucking amazing if you haven't seen Flu, but I don't have that. So thank you, Antonis. I appreciate that. Thank you, Liv. Appreciate that. And peace out, Sean. But yes, John, it's been a lot of fun. Again, as always, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Yes, sir. Very
nice. Any other parting thoughts or what's going on your channel?
Well, just no. I mean, I'll probably put out a video this week sometime of stuff that I picked up at Goodwill that's been sitting here for a couple weeks, and because it's out of eye view, I keep forgetting to do it. But I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us and being here, minus that one dick. But so thanks. I appreciate it, because some of you it's probably late for you. So thank you very much.
Yes.
And thanks for accepting me into your feed there.
That's what he thinks. I kid. No, I love, and it makes it so much fun when there's not much activity in the comment section. The videos get awkward and boring. So I love when everybody is
Wet Movie One joins us right at the end.
I was just gonna say, speaking of assholes. But
how dare you say that to my Wet Movie One?
Nice, man. Man, I miss Aaron and David. Love those guys. Make sure Wet One, and tell the boys I said what's up, and I can't wait to get back out there and hang out. So I went out with Wet Movie 1, Aaron and David, we went to a cigar lounge. First, they went and got Blackened. I think it's called Blackened. It's like James Hetfield's whiskey. And then we took the Blackened whiskey and went to a cigar lounge and had like Metallica cigars. They had like or James Hetfield cigars. So we had Metallica whiskey and Metallica cigars in a lounge out in LA. It was a lot of fun. It was a great night. And then we drove around listening to music that 4 grown men should never be driving around listening to, and unless we're intending on hopping in bed with each other. But it was awkward. It was very weird. Oh, you guys are at the same place? Nice, very cool. I love that place. That was great. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, have fun, Wet One. Yeah, John and I are gonna go. We gotta go. I gotta get ready. And so you said you're probably gonna have. You don't have a video scheduled to release or anything yet right now.
No, it's no. Well,
Okay.
no, I mean, besides maybe the good. Here, I'll make this quick. Here's what I do: is that I do like a big video. Let's say like the Michael Bay video, and then I like to do something small, which would be like, oh, these are the movies I bought at Goodwill, and then maybe do another small one, and then do a big one, and then do something small. So I think we're going to get probably a couple small ones because I still need to do all the Marvel movies. Miranda cannot join me, unfortunately, because of her job. But I'm going through the entire all the superhero movies I have. So that's going to be a big one.
That's gonna take a while. Yeah.
Well, it's several videos because I'm doing them in sections. So yeah,
nice, very cool. Yeah, well, hopefully Miranda's doing well. You know, another thing I was thinking of, one of these days, and I know you have them all up placed nice and neat, but we need to showcase maybe some of Miranda's works, like pull down some of the masks and stuff and show and talk about your movies that these have been in and stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Sure. Yeah.
But Wet One is at the same place and Aaron is smoking the same shit. Nice. Wet One watched The Surfer today and that movie gave me a panic attack. Man, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the one with John Lithgow and then Clown in a Cornfield and a Bourne movie, and we're gonna get a stack of movies together. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun next week. So okay. I guess we'll go home now. Are you ready to go home, John?
Oh, is that Sean 420 says link your channel? Is that whose channel?
Oh,
Wet Movie?
He's probably talking about yours, John. And his link is right down below. It is in there in the comments, in the description. So it is right down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, John, you were like sitting at like 492 subscribers. We've got to get at least get 8 more and get you over that 500 platform there.
Yeah. I was surprised to get 1.
Maybe we look, John Ward's live right now. Well, yeah, 493. So you're at 493 subscribers, 7 away. So we need to get John Ward some subscribers. I don't know if
I'm surprised I've gotten some of the people that I've interviewed, because I mean it's under 500 people. It's not even a real YouTube channel. But when you get people like Uwe Boll and some of these other guys to come on your channel when you have less than 500 people, I guess you're doing something right.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't post links here. I don't know what it's something in the settings or something. But anyways, there's the link to John's channel. So
thank you.
Give him a like, everybody.
Thank you, Sean.
Give him a subscribe. So
I don't do the stuff that OGP does, like the live stuff. My computer's too old, I think. But I just do it for the fun of it. So
yeah. Well, we're gonna start heading on out. Creepers music as we say goodbye. But I'll see you next week. When I'm back, I'll be back home. Quick little trip to Chicago. Be back home Sunday. Oh, to all the mothers out there, have a happy Mother's Day this Sunday.
Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Yes, very much to all the mothers and everybody out there. Don't forget to wish your mother, especially you, John Ward. Don't forget to give her the phone call and wish her.
No, I have not talked to my mother in 20 years. So nope. Sorry, but everybody else have a happy Mother's Day. So
there you go. Oh, shit, I did something. What I did, I don't know. Something happened. Ah, okay, cool. All right, well, we're gonna go home now. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Yeah, call your mom, John.
I'll
See
call her
guys.
something.
Oh, that's why it's messed up. Yeah, happy Mother's Day, you.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
Most of all, fuck you!